All right! Hello, everybody! Oh, and welcome back to Limbus Company! Oh my god, it's been forever and a day. Oh my god. Because they decided not to do a wall purchase in favor of just going full force into Season 6. And Honglu's season. And the art, I honestly think every single new title screen they do, the art gets more and more beautiful. Hello, Roxas, welcome to the stream. Oh my god, I have a limbillion lunacy and saved tickets, so let's see. One thing I have to use up because they gave us this stupid thing. The season 5 assured after hello Roxas and Doors. Oh my god. Oh yeah, muscle memory modules is killer. Ah yeah. Oh god. That is it. Oof. So let's just get this out of the way right away. May as well just get some shards. Oh wow. what a one to get on your guaranteed. Alright, there we go. Now for something we could actually have a chance of getting it in. The triple O guaranteed. Try it once more. Nope. Oh my! There is no way. There is no way. Double debated! Oh my god, that is too funny! Oh my god, that is fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually happened. You know, with 2 W song dupes? Wow, jeez. Wow, we haven't gotten a triple O in forever. Let's see. Well, it does not want to give me triple O's. Hello, CW Glazer, welcome to the stream. Just using up all this, wow, it does not want to give me one triple O. Yeah. Wow. This banner despises every fiber of my being. Yeah. Wow, this banner straight up despises every fiber of my being. My god. That's like, this is pretty insane. It does not. Come on. This is, pretty absolutely nutso. Wow. My god. It's like a world fucking record here. I think this is like one of the worst rolls in Gacha history. I must have gone at least 100 by now. Hello, Kitch, welcome to the stream. Oh my god. Wow, what should I expect? What should I even expect? Of course it's gonna do that. Of course it's gonna debate me. Wow. Watch, I spent every last... I'm gonna get to 200. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get to... I have a feeling I'm gonna get to... This is, Yeah, this is like a fucking... It's the same one, too. I'm gonna get to 200 rolls. I am. I've never had a roll as bad as this. It's never been this bad. It has never been this bad. The worst rolls in my entire history of playing this game. Wow. This is... Hello, depression. Welcome to the stream. This is absolutely nuts. I am cursed. I am legit. My banner is fucking legitimately cursed. Oh my god, wow, a banner ID? Actually? Really? Wow, and thank God for this. Oh my god. I actually did it. Hello, Dark Raven, welcome to the stream. I actually had to do it to get the fucking other one. Wow. Look at my lunacy. The mighty has fallen. All my fucking rolls gone out the first week banner. Wow. It's never been that bad. Never been that bad. Why are 3 things new here? Which one is first? Why does Otis have something new? How is that new? That's not new. Alright. Alright, let's actually get Gregor a proper rupture ID. At least I have plenty of EXP to go around. Yep, I level 50. Yeah, I upped them to level 55 because I knew this was rupture season. Let's do Gregor first. Like a serpent, like a dragon. Jeez. He's fucked up. Like, this is like the one time when Gregor, I think this is the first time Gregor has had 2 human arms. Really used Fang Hun Honglu.
Man. I guess it was all just a lie. What was it again? This procedure's going to replace my arm with an actual snake? Very funny. This is why I never listen to the guys who made it out first.
The child impassively inspects his mutated arm, growing pensive. Was it because this 7th procedure did not result in the changes he was expecting? His arm became more flexible, and the venom coursing through his veins have become even more deadly, but it wasn't all that impressive to the child, whose emotions had been dulled and eroded by the Heishou bolus.
Will you excuse us? Then Heishou Shanren has bestowed us a bolus.
The child, who was still investigating his changed arm, looked up curiously at the other Heishou entering to use the bolus. It was odd. New boluses already? It hadn't been long since they received the last batch. Not to mention how they were accompanied by a small crowd that was soon to be converted into snakes.
What? Is it already time to marinate the newcomers?
It didn't take long for the child to realize what was going on.
I guess we lost quite a few snakes last time, following our last lord's half-baked orders.
Rumors of the next family hierarch evaluation have begun to circulate in Hongyuan. The prominent candidates use their Heishou pact more strategically, but certain lords who happen to get a hold of the leash by sheer luck use the Heishou too haphazardly.
If he really wanted to take on an army, he should have taken those cockfighting roosters' leash.
Hello Thang, welcome to the stream.
What was he thinking? Luring a bunch of snakes at a full frontal assault. No wonder we suffered so many losses.
The Heishou cannot defy their lord's orders. Even foolish orders like the one from the last lord, who ordered the assassination and ambush specializing snakes to attack in the open. Okay, so this lord is a fucking moron. Of course, since it's extremely difficult to gain control of any branch of the Heishou, most of them try to use them carefully. But like all things, there are always exceptions.
Oh man. Come on, fellas. Why the long face? You're getting bestowed with all these precious boluses today. Aren't you?
Some snakes began to grow visibly uncomfortable upon hearing the child's conversation with the other snake. So the child stopped, thought for a moment, then attempted to alleviate some of the palpable tension.
Well, at least let me give you a few pointers. Let's see. I've got no idea if this applies to all Heishou boluses, but you do not want to drink the sea bolus solution, okay? One time, there was this guy who grew a bit impatient with the process. So he decided to chug the sea bolus solution. And, well, let's just say that he wasn't much use to us anymore. The mutations were too severe.
Hello Syntax, welcome to the stream.
Just to relax and soak it in, huh? You barely have to do anything. It's not like they're sawing your arms off. Oh, and remember to take it slow at first, okay? It takes some time getting used to how squeakly your arm can get. I swear, getting them tangled up was a real mess.
Hello Adachi, Kuro, and Gal, welcome to the stream. They were certainly helpful, but also rather cold. The silence in the room grew even more awkward. Child scratched his hair for a bit, before slowly turning to the other snake to change the subject.
So, weren't you supposed to be on a different mission from our lord today?
A different snake is on standby, having volunteered to take on the assignment instead. With our lord's approval, of course.
I got a feeling I know who that snake might be. I'll head over there too, just in case.
Oh, that's Roja.
If she's infiltrating the infamous Jia family, it won't hurt to have an extra snake to back her up. I had a feeling this would happen. It's always these newborn snakes. Takes them a while to realize their place.
The child read the mission written on the bamboo scroll, furling out an exasperated chuckle. The mission was to find a small hermitage called... Oh, we got some HSR definition things going on here. Called Pine Song Hermitage. And decapitate everyone on the list. However, Child knew that the exception clause written in small letters at the bottom of the instructions was the most important part of the mission.
Should you encounter a target not on the list, crush their head.
He saw a fellow snake hesitating for a young boy, a candidate. The boy was tearing up. Oh no. The child watched in silence. When he noticed the other snake's eyes focus on the boy's neck, he moved his arm without hesitation. The arm slithered across the ground like a snake before coming to a quiet stop behind the candidate.
Let's see. Was it a downward cut from this angle? No. Stab to the right.
The pole arm in the child's hand suddenly leapt forth, a swift strike. It penetrated the young candidate's skull as precisely and easily as stabbing through an inert apple. Damn. The strike was quick and silent. There was no room for emotional judgment in his motion. Child casually saunters up to the other snake, who stood frozen, her eyes trembling with shock. He chats her up.
Oops. Just realized that you pretty much had this situation handled.
Oh, poor Rodion. Oh, God.
I didn't just jump the gun, did I? My bad if I did.
Child understands how his fellow snake feels. He's been a beast of the Heishou for a long, long time. He knew exactly what this newcomer wanted. It was simply that he could not empathize at all with what she felt. He also had to wrap up the mission before it went awry. Then he let the incident slip away like a snake, pretending to be ignorant about what she was about to do, and told the other snake to return home. That'll take care of the report. Child wasn't exactly looking out for her. He simply found it unnecessary to point it out.
She might have hesitated because she's still on her only first procedure. Well, then going through another procedure will take care of that problem. Whoop.
Man. Child's ruthless, unfeeling words betray the casual cadence with which he muttered them. But his expression is utterly neutral, his gait unaffected. Perhaps the reason this child was able to survive all those missions, to the point where he was receiving his 7th procedure, is because he stuck to being nothing more than a tool in the hands of others. Oh no! This is one of the worst endings for Greg. Oh man! Oh jeez. Oh really? This is a separate mirror world? They keep on spreading out the mirror worlds too much. Damn it, come on, let this be in the same as the other Heishou. Oh yeah, I have to go even further beyond. Alright, Rodion, you had a rupture identity, but now you have another one. So long, Deviat. You're a really good one. I hope this is a lot better. To justify swapping out.
보였어? 안 보였을 텐데. 피어진 뱀은 소리보다 빠르거든.
Hello, honey. Welcome to the stream. Oh, so this is a Roja perspective, not Carmen perspective.
I see a small group of people fleeing, navigating past their bodies growing cold and stiff. But it don't matter. Don't they know there's no getting away from the snakes? Ah! While it is not as deadly as the night in the back streets, the nighttime of Daguanyuan is when various grievances and resentments come to light and clash. Maybe that's why. Nighttime is when those who harass and bully vendors and merchants during daytime then tremble and fall in the dirt to scurry under their desks. Nighttime is when those who would normally look down on the poor are rendered sobbing and sniveling as they demand to know who under whose bidding we have been sent. Every swing is a beheading of the arrogant.
It's tying this into Roja's motivation and backstory.
And their decapitated heads thump lightly before rolling across the wood floor like bowling balls. One of the heads comes to a rolling stop, and its eyes stare straight into mine. Resentment, fear, sorrow. Familiar sentiments, all of them, swirl behind the gathering cloudiness of those eyes. I think you've got it rough, huh? You don't deserve to look at me like that. You've never felt the shearing cold. You've never felt the hunger, the sensation of bones sticking to your skin.
Me beast of the Heishou, lecherous! You're nothing more than livestock!
I don't even look around as you decapitate the source of that voice with my polearm. I felt something rising from my throat. It was dry and discomforting. Don't they know why they're getting killed? How do they not see this is totally just desserts? So, despite knowing that there wasn't anyone to hear my words, I speak to the decapitated heads as I walk across the creaking floorboards. It's never enough, is it? Even with all this boundless wealth, you still had to look for more, huh? I guess it's more of a rhetorical question. It's power, isn't it? You wanted that little morsel of power. Something more than money can get, didn't you? They must have been too greedy. Greedy enough to draw the ire of a different candidate. My lords, to be exact. And they have the gall to give me that look. They pretty much brought all of this upon themselves. Looks like I've decapitated all of them. My lord's orders were simple. The mission was to find a small hermitage called Pine Hermitage and decapitate everyone on the list. There was a weird exception clause listed there. Should I encounter a target who's not on the list, I should crush their head. But I didn't see anyone that fit the conditions in this tiny hermitage. Well, now that that's taken care of, I should head back to... Huh?
Oh God. Oh God.
I detected a very small noise coming under the pile of crates. I reflexively reached out and destroyed them, and a tiny shadow crawled out from under them. That's why the Lord sent the Heishou here. He knew that they were secretly raising a potential candidate here. A potential rival to him. Please don't kill me, Miss Heishou. Please. Mom and Dad said, if you want to live in Daguanyuan's blessings, I have to work hard to become the family hierarch and bring prosperity to our family. He's just a kid. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Now why'd you have to go and hide there? Couldn't you have picked a better hiding place than under some random crate? The boy is barely holding back his tears. But the hermitage is quiet. And there are no witnesses. Not that I'm thinking about it. My lord probably didn't know for sure that there was a kid either. There wouldn't have been that awkwardly worded clause if he did. He would have just told me to kill the child. He must have sent a Heishou for this job, as a warning. A warning to others that you should never even hear rumors of something like this. Well, I see how it is. If the Lord's going to get me out of here, well, he can't afford to use us snakes for the big missions, right? This has to be why he's using us for only these small, cheaper missions. Looks like the Lord finally won't be the one to keep the promise. Huh? Where are you? Don't worry about it. It's better that you don't know. You're a lucky one, kiddo. This was a mission I volunteered to take. No other Heishou's coming.
Oh god, oh god. I don't know what's worse, reading this 1 second or reading the other 1 second. God damn it.
And the other Heishou that's supposed to be here seems to have taken the liberty of giving himself the night off. I haven't seen him all night. Sit still, kid. Don't want to accidentally cut your head in half. I won't have to crush his head. A quick beheading should do it. I can explain this to my lord and...
Oops. Just realized that you pretty much had the situation handled. I didn't just jump the gun, did I? My bad if I did.
The head drops to the floor. There's a large hole straight through the skull. The boy's head hits the floor with a wet thump in a fashion unlike the other decapitated heads, which rolled away with almost a blithe bounciness. The flesh was raw. Viscous blood drips and sticks to the wood.
Damn, it's like this Lord's got a sixth sense or something, huh? How do you know there's to be a kid here?
Yes. Right. This is why I hate this work. Not allowed to even make a single judgment. Just follow the Lord's orders. We won't make any enemies or friends, but that's what makes us nothing more than tools. Its long-term prospects are pretty dire. At least I can comfort myself with the fact that the deal I made with the Lord will be fulfilled soon. This miserable work. Just a few more days, And they won't have to be a Heishou anymore. What took you so long?
Our Lord gave me a last-minute extra mission. I had to take care of that first.
Mission?
Yeah. Lord's looking to deal with a prominent candidate from the Shui family tomorrow.
Oh, okay, so it's good. Okay, it's. Oh, you're supposed to read this one second. Okay, good. I think I read them in the right order.
It's going to be a big mission, so you'll have to let go of our leashes once we take care of it. But hey, if he thinks the mission's worth it, then who are we to say otherwise? So, just asking in case you had your hopes up, but you didn't actually believe him, right? That he'll free you and take you under his wing?
Huh? Of course not. I'm not stupid. The words that came out of my mouth were strangely placid. Almost jovial.
Yeah, no sane person in Hongyuan's ever going to take a non-adaptation under their wing.
The family hierarch's war's coming, right? It'd be a dumb move not to be a Heishou. Hello, Andre. Welcome to the stream. I'm so glad I'm a Heishou when stuff's going down for reals. We get a brief period to relax once they pick the family hierarch too, don't we? Oh shit. It was as though something had taken control of my tongue to speak. As though all the gloom in my words were cleaned and filtered before leaving my lips. If I admit that I desire for nothing more than to escape this life of a Heishou, I'll have to face what a miserable thing I'd become.
You're not wrong.
Besides, I know how much you guys will miss me. There'll be a super capable snake-sized hole when I'm gone.
That's, well, you're not entirely wrong there, but also not entirely correct.
Come on, this is when you say, "You're so right," okay? Ah, no wonder you're so boring. You've been at this for too long.
Well, let's head back. I'll report the mission success to the Lord. I need to visit him soon, anyway.
The other snake leaves. I found myself transfixed by the crushed head, its shape now almost unrecognizable. But I soon look away and leave the hermitage. My room smelled of mold and lukewarm humidity. Old bullet-soaked wraps thrown haphazardly across the floor. Blood all over my body. This mess of a room was just too much. Too much like my own heart. So I buried my face between my knees to calm the glowing misery. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Everything he asked I did without question. Was it too much to ask to forfeit a few months of his time with the leash? There was never going to be any escape from this life, no matter how loyal I was. I knew that. But I still had to ask. He could have chosen me. Why? Why wasn't it me? didn't want to think anymore. Thinking only seemed to sink me, drag me deeper into the endless abyss. I'm so cold.
Jesus Louises Creases. Wow. I think they're trying to top themselves for most depressing ones. My God. My God. Oh, jeez. I really, like, I think that is up there. That is absolutely up there for most depressing uptie stories. Wow. Oh my God. Oh. Horrifying. Let's see. Do y'all have any rupture ego? Yeah, it's letter domain and lantern. Yeah. Whew. I'm gonna read Calscom. What a conto, huh? Collider, there's an idea of time. No, God. Seriously? Oh my God. All right, with that, on that happy note, let's, oh, that's just the battle pass. Let's, begin the story. The surrendered witnessing. Yep, we're going in. Homeward bound. Alright, yeah, let me redo this. Yeah, a fight right away. That's unusual. Let's see. Oh yeah, I know you want to go first, don't you? And Aldous wants to go last. Let's see.
의뢰로군. 언제든지요.
잠깐.
언제든지요.
어디서?
명을 받듭니다.
급행 주문이군요.
사후 처리로구만.
연구 보고회인가. 저주를 끼얹을 것이 있나 보군.
작전 호출.
저주를 끼얹을 것이 있나 보군요.
Hello Jiljel, welcome to the stream. Hello Agus, welcome to the stream. I am hoping that she survives. I really want her to survive. And yeah, Faust desperately needs a new fucking rupture ID. And Dawn, I really hope Dawn gets an ID of Xichun. Oh my God, 7 active? Oh my God, you're right. Holy shit. The OST this conto is phenomenal. That's awesome. You're right. I didn't even notice that.
급행 주문이군요.
명을 받듭니다.
Holy shit.
사후 처리로구만.
This music already sounds
연구
amazing.
보고회인가. 아니면
작전 호출.
저주를 끼얹을 것이
7
있나
active.
보군요.
뜀박질 시간.
꽃이 져 우수수 하늘 가득 흩날릴 때
Flowers wilt, petals fall, a drizzle of blossoms sky blotting.
빛깔 잃고 향기 멎은들 그 누가 슬퍼하나.
Colors fade, fragrance dies, but who shall mourn their passing?
Chinese poetry is like one of the most difficult things to translate into other languages. So hats off, to the translation team. Seriously.
꽃 갈퀴 손에 들고 뜰을 나섰건만.
To the garden I go, hand in hand a flower rake.
떨어진 꽃잎 밟을까 서성거리네.
Only to pace, lest crush the scattered blossoms I make.
그러니까 결국 이 풍진 세상
Thus, in this troubled world I breathe,
눈을 감지 않는다면
to shut my eyes
벗어날 도리가 없겠지.
is my sole reprieve.
보호가 얼마나 고단하고 여의치 않은 여정이었느냐.
Little Bao Yu, you must have walked and toiled tirelessly on your journey home.
험난하진 않았어요. 하루하루가 매일 신기하고
Is this his grandma?
새로운 나날이었으니까.
Oh, yep, it is. Wow. Yeah, we're getting right into it.
I wouldn't say I suffered much, grandmother. My days were always filled with new and interesting things to see.
대체 뭐라고 이야기를 나누고 있는 거예요?
What are they talking about over there?
식탁이 너무 넓어서 말소리도 잘 들리질 않고 애초에 이걸 식탁이라고 부르는 게 맞나요? 여기서부터 저기까지 끝이 보이질 않는데요.
They're sitting so far apart that I can hardly hear them. I mean, is this even a dining table? Can't even see who's sitting at the other end from here.
어딘가 불편하신 점이라도 있으신가요? 혹여 소인이 도울 일은
Is there anything bothering you, dear guests? If this humble servant can help with any...
불편? 당연히 밥 먹는데 성가시게 왔다 갔다 하는 게 제일 불편.
Ah, there's something bothering me, all right. We're in the middle of a meal. Can you please stop?
아니에요. 불편한 거 하나도 없어요.
No, not at all. Nothing's bothering us at all. Everything's good. Totally good and great. Who's Clive?
그럼
Oh,
보호가
wow.
친구분들을 소개시켜 주겠니?
Is that his mom? No. Bao Yu, my boy. When will you introduce me to your new friends?
나 참 남의 부모님을 만났을 때는 어떻게 돼야 할지 영 어색해가지고. 시소는 어딜 둬야지? 이 정도로 웃으면 되나? 아니 너무 경박해 보이지.
Oh, Greg acting all cute and adorable.
Oh boy, I never know how to act in front of others' parents. Where should I look? Is this an appropriate size for a polite style? I hope I don't come off as too smarmy.
아, 그럴 필요까지는 없어요. 내 집이다 여기시고 편하게 있으세요.
Haha, it's nothing to fuss over. Think of this as your own place and enjoy your time here.
아싸, 땡큐.
Woohoo! Thank you.
라고 하기엔 집이 넓어도 너무 넓어서 편할 수가 없는데 말이지. 이러다간 물 한 잔 마시러 가다가 미아가 되어버리겠어.
But these places so huge that I can hardly relax. I'm worried I might get lost going out for a cup of water.
아, 그건 걱정 마세요. 안 그래도 미아보호소 시설이 방 곳곳에 있거든요. 시종분들이 달에 한 번 방문해서 길 잃은 분들을 구조해 주신답니다. 아, 물론 그때까지 살아계신다면 말이죠.
Ha! Don't you worry. We have stray people shelters located all around the house with that.
What? Oh.
Our servants visit them once a month to collect anyone who's unfortunately gotten lost. If they're still alive, that is. Ha!
홍루 씨,
Oh my
지금까지
God.
들은 것 중 제일 웃긴 농담이었어요.
They don't have directions?
Hong Lu, that has to be the funniest joke you've ever told.
아, 웃기려고 한 말은 아니지만 덕택에 재밌으셨다면 다행이에요.
I wasn't joking, but I'm glad you enjoyed it anyway.
그런데 홍록은 다른 형제들은 어디에 있는가? 그대의 환영식이라고 들었는데 말이오.
I must ask, Hong Lu, for I spy no other sibling of yours here. This is quite odd, for I had thought this to be a welcoming party for your return.
내 환영식이기도 하거든.
Hey, it's my welcoming party too.
그리고 얼굴
There she is.
구겨지는 놈들을 보아서 뭐래?
Hello, Neko. Welcome to the stream. Besides, what makes you think we'd ever want to see their stupid faces? Just to get mad?
같은 식탁에 앉아본 것만 해도 거진 10년 전이야.
It's been like 10 whole years since we even shared a meal together.
그리고 말 걸지 마. 아까 내가 한 말 잊었어? 난 이제 너희들과는 완전히 등을 돌린 사이라니까.
Oh, and don't even think about trying to chat me up. Did you already forget what I said earlier? There is nothing between us anymore. We are enemies. God damn it, we were so close. The freaking higher ups. God damn it. We were so close.
우리가 먼저 말을 걸었나?
Did we initiate the conversation though?
저는 우리 보기가
Oh, I am simply so glad that my son Baoyu
이렇게 제 몫을 하는 사내가 되어 무탈한 모습으로 돌아오니 그것만으로도 더 이상 바랄 게 없습니다.
has returned as a man who can now more than carry his own weight, and unharmed too.
그러니 보가
So, dear Baoyu,
재촉할 생각은 없지만 다음 출근 언제니?
I don't mean to rush, but when are you planning to depart again?
아직 정해진 건 없어요, 어머니.
What? I guess I think she wants to protect him. I think she wants to protect him from the contest.
Nothing has been decided yet, Mother.
그렇구나. 나는 그저 이곳에 계속 머물러 있다가는 네 소임을 다하지 못하고 저물까봐 염려스럽단다.
I see. I am simply concerned that were your stay here to be prolonged, perhaps you might fade before your duties are completed.
가모님도 그렇게 생각하지 않으십니까?
Do you not also agree, Venerable Jamu?
그래.
Indeed.
우리의 둘도 없는 진귀한 보물. 이 속세에 남아있지 말고 때가 되면 다시 떠나 그 가치를 다하거라.
Dear Baoyu, our peerless treasure, tarry not overlonged in this mundane world. Leave when the time is right and fulfill your worth.
그럴게요, 할머니, 어머니.
Okay, grandmother. Mother?
I want to see what's going to make him break. I really want to see, because Honglu has been immovable. Like, he is, like, even, like, I'd say, even more than Rousseau. Honglu never gets phased. Ever. Throughout the entire familial discussion, Honglu's expression remained the same, in that tranquil, perpetual smile. Despite his return after years of wandering being met with the family's obvious push to make him leave as soon as possible. He stands unaffected, as though he were expecting this gaudy yet hollow welcome. With his attitude being so passive, I also had no choice but to watch as a bystander.
A few hours ago.
Oh, we're a flashback, okay.
이제 곧 가마가 오겠군요.
The palanquin will be here soon.
가마! 우와, 여기는 무슨 가마를 타고 다니나 보네. 그치 그래?
A palanquin? Whoa, so cool! That sure sounds like a fancy night! Isn't that just super, Greg? Oh, I love how she just calls out Greg.
그래, 소두 씨. 우리가 그 가마라는 것을 타고 가는 거지? 그렇지?
Oh, yes, Huddy. Are we getting a palanquin or whatever it's called to give us a ride all the way to the mansion?
The usual comedy pair's desperate efforts to lighten the mood are particularly appreciated today, as tragically ineffective as they seem to be.
네, 여러분들과 가시춘 씨는 H사의 주요 가문의 일원이 거주하는 대관원으로 가시게 될 거예요.
Yes, the LCB and Xichun be heading to Daguanyuan, where one of the most prominent families of Escort reside. If they send a whole palanquin to pick us up, does Honglu's family already know that it'll be participating in the family hierarch war?
아니요. 그쪽에서는 아직 모르는 사안일 겁니다. 회사도 정보 유출을 막기 위해 방금 저희에게 이 사항을 전달했을 테니까요.
Yeah, I agree, Doris. Seeing these two like this right after right after the Uptie story, it's crazy.
No, it is unlikely they are aware. After all, it can be assumed that the most likely reason that the company waited until the last minute to relay us this order was to minimize the chance of information leakage.
그저 귀향한 홍루 씨와 가시춘 씨를 환대하기 위해 보낸 것일 테죠.
Therefore, it would be correct to presume that the palanquin is here mainly as a gesture of welcome for Honglu and Xichun's return.
그런 만큼 가마를 타고 갈 수 있는 건 초대를 받은 여기 홍루 씨와 가시춘 씨 그리고 그들을 따르는 세력들뿐.
Which means that only the invited, Honglu, Xichun, and their factions, can ride the palanquin to Daguanyuan.
LCCB 팀과 베르길리우스 씨, 카론 씨는 함께할 수 없죠. 안타깝게도.
What? Aren't we the faction though? God. Unfortunately, this means the LCCB, Virgilius, and Charon won't be able to join you on this journey.
아쉽네요. 같이 갔으면 좋았을 텐데요.
That's too bad. It would have been nice if we could all go there together.
항상 이런 식이지. 우리 집 어른들은 여기 있는 사람들 다 재워도 티도 안 날 만큼 넓으면서.
Just as petty as I expected from the seniors of our family. Would it kill them to house a handful more people in that humongous park of a house? It's not like they'd notice the difference.
어머나, 그 말은 좀 감동인걸요? 가시춘 씨도 저희와 헤어지기 아쉬우셨나 봐요.
Oh my, how touching. Looks like Miss Xichun thinks she'll miss us too.
방금 전에 시원하게 내 뒤통수를 후려쳐놓고 말하는 꼬락서니가 얄밉네.
What a thing to say to my face after that shameless backstabbing.
애초에 가주대전에 참가한다는 게 무슨 뜻인지 다 알고 승낙한 거야?
I mean, do any of you even comprehend what it means to participate in the family hierarch war?
우리가 가주 심사라는 버젓한 명칭을 두고 왜 대전이라고 말하고 다니는 거라 생각하는 거야?
Do you even understand why we call it a war when the official name for it is an evaluation?
너희는 이제부터 언제든지 목숨이 노려지는 곳으로 들어가는 거라고.
You're risking your lives by getting involved in this. Once you get in there, you'll be stalked at every turn by people looking to kill you.
당연히.
Including me. Yeah, right, Xichun. You are the soonest of dairies. I don't believe that for a second.
객잔의 일을 벌써 잊었어? 그때는 웨이가 네 목숨줄을 지켜줬지만 이젠 밤중에 직접 목숨줄을 끊는 암자로 찾아갈 수 있다는 거야.
Remember how Wei saved your life back at that fake Kazan. Now imagine the same scenario, except this time it could be Wei who's there to kill you.
미리 유감이라는 말씀을 드리는 편이 좋겠습니다. 당신들에게는 칼끝을 겨누고 싶지는 않았습니다만.
I must say ahead of time that this is a truly regrettable turn of events. I did not wish to have to fight any of you, but...
Wei looked at us with an unfamiliar and cold, intense glare.
그건 우리도 였는데. 마음이 통했네요.
Well, we feel very much the same way. So, looks like we're on the same page there.
반대로 말해서 너희도 언제든지 나를 찌를 수 있다는 뜻이기도 해.
This means that I'm also fair game. You could stab me in the back again. Literally this time.
아니요. 그럴 생각은 절대.
No, never. I wouldn't even dream of doing something like.
Xichun ignored Sinclair's anxious pleas and looked straight toward Honglu.
마음을 바꿀 마지막 기회일 수도 있어, 오빠.
This could be the last chance to change your mind, brother.
나는 마냥 가벼운 마음으로 내 세력에 들어오라고 제안한 게 아니야.
I think they should team up anyway. I believe Xichun will live. Because I think she lived in the book. I didn't invite you to join my faction with a light heart.
하물며 가주대전은 그렇게 쉽게 한다만다를 결정할 수 있는 문제는 절대.
Besides, the family hierarch war. This isn't something you could just flippantly decide that you want to participate.
네가 그렇게 살아왔듯이 시춘.
I know the life you've lived, Xichun.
나 역시도 어렸을 때부터 가주대전에 대한 이야기를 수도 없이 들으면서 살아왔잖니.
Hello, Mirage. Welcome to the stream.
I also grew up hearing those countless tales about the family hierarch war, just as you did.
그러니 우리가 느끼고 있는 무게감은 같을 거야.
So the weight we're feeling must be the same.
그래. 여리게 남아 이어져 왔던 협력 관계는 여기서 끝인 거네.
Right. So this is where our tenuous alliance really ends.
뭐 상관없어. 필요에 의한 잠깐의 동맹치고는 너무 오래 끈 편이긴 했지.
Well, not like I care. It did drag on a little too long for a temporary alliance forged out of convenience.
원래대로 돌아가는 것뿐이니까.
Fucking hell! Oh god, this is too painful. We're just going back to how things used to be. That's all.
그럼 태평이 말이나 섞는 건 여기까지 하도록 할까?
And that's fine by me. I think that's enough chit-chat with you then.
응? 네가 원한다면 그렇게.
Okay, if that's what you want.
아, 시춘.
Oh, Xichun.
뭐?
What?
가문의 사람들에게는 내가 참가한다는 이야기를 하지 말아줄 수 있겠니?
Please don't tell the family that I'll be participating. Will you?
당분간은 비밀로 두는 편이 좋다고 해서 말이야.
I was told to keep this a secret for now.
이제 와서 그런 부탁을 한다고 내가 그걸 들어줘야 할 이유가 있나?
Tell me one reason I should do you that favor now. For someone who supposedly doesn't care, Xichun appeared rather hurt as she took a moment to glare at Honglu, biting her lower lip. And suddenly strode right up to him.
이게 정말 오빠의 선택은 맞아?
Is this even your call, brother?
아니면 그냥 저쪽이 시켜서 하는 것뿐이야?
Or are you just following their orders? Xichun gestured toward the rest of us with her chin.
내가 가주대전에 참가하는 건 이미 정해진 일일 텐데 그걸 궁금해하는 거라면
My participation in the family hierarch war is already decided. If you're still curious to know why, then
Oh my god, thank you so much, Boytoy, for the membership! Oh, 15 months! That's amazing! Thank you so much! Ryoshu Kanto should be next, Void. Thank you so much!
시춘 너는 내 선택이라는 것에 중요한 의미가 있다고 생각하는 거야?
15 months is huge. Thank you so much, Void.
Xichun, do you believe that my choices carry any significant meaning?
아, 또 그렇게 나오겠다는 거지.
Oh, I see what's up. This crap again.
가주대전이 어떤 의미인지 알면서 내가 왜 그런 걸 물어봤는지 모르겠다고?
So you already know what participating in the war means, but you just have no idea why it ever asks you something like that, huh? Hello, Unixers. Welcome to the stream.
대답은 됐어? 더 말 섞을 필요 없겠네.
Yes, they're choices. Yeah, the theme is choices, clearly. Yeah. Fine. Looks like I don't even need to hear your reply. There's no point in trying with you anymore.
그런 얄팍하고 허튼 마음으로 어디까지 살아남을지 보는 것도 재밌겠다.
At least I'll have fun watching how far you get with that shallow, meaningless attitude of yours. Hey, wait! Hello, pilot. Josh and Xichun appear pretty distressed after that exchange. Oh, I really hope she lives. I really hope she does. Because think about it. Is Honglu really gonna take over H Corp? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. But somebody has to, and it's probably gonna be her. Like, they'll probably slightly go against what the Limbus Company hierarchers want. So that's what I think is gonna happen. Like, that would make the main characters too powerful if Honglu actually did take over H Corp. Josh and Xichun appeared pretty distressed after that exchange. So I was about to say something when Pilot, who had been fiddling with the radio behind Saude, began shouting urgently.
과장님, 곧 감화한대가 도착한답니다.
Whoa, Manager Saudi. Pelegrine's been sick coming this way.
어제를 생각하면 오늘은 푹 쉬면서 가고 싶다고. 그럼 빨리 타러.
That's my guess too, Jel. I'd like to chill a bit today. Yesterday was too tough. Let's head on over so we can at least relax on the way there.
아니, 지금 온 건 우리가 먼저 탈게.
Nope. We're taking this one.
어차피 양보해주는 거엔 도가 텄을 거 아니야, 오빠.
You never think twice about giving things up to others anyway. Do you, brother? She really cares about him.
응? 그런 게 어딨어. 공평하게. 그 있잖아, 가위바위보라든가.
Huh? What the heck do you mean? Come on, let's do this fair and square with a rock, paper, and scissors.
야, 차라리 가주대전도 가위바위보로 결정하자고 하지 그래?
That's good. Okay, calling it. Chekhov's rock, paper, scissors right here. Calling it. It's gonna happen between Xichun and Honglu. And that's how she's gonna get H Corp. Calling it right now. Calling it right now. Like, after everything's said and done, like, that is how H Corp is gonna be left in her hands. Wow, sure. Why not decide the next hierarch with a game of rock, paper, and scissors too? How's that? Josh and Xichun gave us a wry grin before leaving. Wei followed her wordlessly.
아이고, 겨우 좀 친해졌나 했더니만.
Boy, and I thought we were finally making some friends out here, huh?
저기 있다. 가마를 기다리고 있는 걸 보니 의뢰자가 말한 후보가 분명해.
Look over there. There's a group waiting for a palanquin. One of them must be the candidate that Clyde told us about.
저쪽에서 몰려오는 괴한들이.
Everyone, there's a group of generic Yakuza thugs coming our way.
후보를 노리고 습격을 지시한 자가 사이와뿐은 아니었을 테지. 관리자님, 다음 가마가 오기 전까지 잡졸들을 처리하는 편이 좋을 것 같습니다.
Xie Hua is unlikely to be the only one who's going after the other candidates. Executive Manager, we best take care of them before the next palanquin arrives. Yeah, what can we do, right? Let's go. First fight. 7-person fight. Wow, we're heading back to Kanto 2. Kanto 4 territory with 7 people.
잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Oh my god, music. Oh no. oh wow. If the unit hits the gate, oh I see. If the target is hung, oh wow. So they are full risk reward, these guys. I could see these guys absolutely wrecking you in Mirror Dungeon. Oh god. In high level Mirror Dungeon. Oh my god, what kind of clash number is that? 12? You gotta be shitting me.
예상 못했나 봐.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
먹을 콱 물어버리자고.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로 계속 나아가보자.
숨통 끊기.
효과적이네요. 다른 사실을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
끝나지 않았다.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게
The music
눕혀가다
is
보면
crazy.
금세 끝나는 게 싸우는 법이지.
흑수미, 빈박질 춤.
제압 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이네. 아, 이대로 영영
Oh,
움직이는
there's
상태를
Tana.
만들어보자.
끝내지.
아 이런. 아무튼
가치없,
놀라운 한방이네.
가치없. 죽어.
관찰은 끝났습니다.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Let's see how the new Heishou can do. Oh, we just cleared out. Yeah, I think we got him. Oh, now the stragglers.
이제 정말 개체의 제압까지 얼마 남지 않았어.
Time for the stragglers.
숨통 끊기.
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투도 이대로만 부탁드리겠습니다. 승부처 결투는 끝나지.
제압 개체에게 큰 피해를 준 것 같아.
How did this guy get a fucking shield?
완벽한 공격이었어. 비거리는 충분해. 너한텐 멀겠지만.
올바른
비거리는
방법으로
충분해.
Oh, coin reuse. Oh, there we go.
바로 정보의 힘이
완전히 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면
Ah.
다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
더 이상 식별되는 적은 없습니다. 관리자님.
No more signs of enemy reinforcements, Executive Manager.
그래도 첫날처럼 끝도 없이 몰려오진 않아서 다행이네요.
Oh, she just had 2. Okay, that makes sense.
At least there's an end to them this time. Guys that attacked us when we first got here were endless.
뭐 그때는 얄팍한 술수에 속아 넘어갔었으니까요.
Oh, that's because we walk right into a trap then. Shallow, but still.
그보다 기분이 많이 상하신 듯 보였죠.
Anyways,
씨.
she shouldn't appear pretty hurt by that, didn't she?
그런데 이번 일은 시춘이가 서운해할만 했어.
Honestly though, I get why she feels so betrayed.
우리가 들었던 홍룬의 가족을 생각해봐. 그 난리통 속에서 유일하게 동맹의 여지가 생겼던 사람인데 갑자기 배신이라니.
Remember all those stories about Hongnu's family we heard? Imagine you're one of their kids, thinking that you finally found like a potential ally in your family, only for him to pretty much stab you in the back last minute.
그러게요. 괜히 지켜보고 있는 저도 덩달아 민망해질 뻔했지 뭐예요.
Yeah, right? It was really awkward for me too, even though I wasn't exactly involved. Saudi chanted nonchalantly as though it wasn't her. Pulled the plug on our alliance at the last second.
아니 근데
Anyways,
명색이 H사인데 왜 가마만 덜렁 보내주는 거래요? 기왕이면 호위들도 같이 보내주면 좋잖아요.
where's our escort? I can't imagine that H Corp can't afford to send us guards with a palanquin.
호위까지 보내줄 만큼 가족애가 넘치는 집안이었으면 처음부터 가주 심산이 모니하는 것도 열지 않았겠죠.
If this family loved each other enough to send escorts for their safety, I doubt they'd be holding a cutthroat ceremony like the family hierarch evaluations.
철저한 약육강식의 세계.
It's a world where might makes right, where the strong prey on the weak.
가주 후보들조차도 수십 명은 있을 테지만 그들 중 누구 하나가 길바닥에 죽어 있다 해도 눈 깜빡하지 않을 테고.
People won't bat an eye even if one of the dozens of candidates is found dead in some ditch on the road.
실례했어요, 홍루 씨. 제가 너무 직설적으로 말을 내뱉었네요.
Oh, sorry, Honglu. I must have been running my mouth again without thinking about how that sounds.
예전에는 이쯤 말하기 전에 누가 나서서 말려줬는데 말이죠.
Someone usually stopped me before I get that far.
개념치 마세요. 다 맞는 말일 뿐인걸요.
Don't worry. You didn't say anything wrong.
저도 다른 집들은 이렇지 않다는 걸 깨닫기까지 조금 오래 걸리긴 했지만
It took me a while to realize that other families weren't like this, but
있는 그대로의 지금의 불쾌함을 느낄 필요는 없으니까요.
there's no reason to be upset by the way things are.
Oh boy. I think this
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 되.
yep, she's thinking of
다음
Effie.
먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Yeah. Not doing that much damage. Let's see. I really like this was a very strong first node. Setting very good at setting up the themes of the chapter. I'm really excited by the foreshadowing. The bell tolls. Oh, there's the ominous bell tolling. The ominous, yes! Oh, okay. You got it at the same time, Doris. Huh? What's that ominous metallic noise?
타종의 소리인가 보. 하지만 보통의 종처럼 청명한 울림은 아니구려.
The tolling of bells. Bells with the resonance unlike that of any other, normally marked by their clarity.
무언가 탁하고 불길한.
The bell is muddled, as if it tolls for ill fortune on the horizon.
아, 이 소리를 들으니까 고향에 왔다는 게 더욱 실감나네요.
Wow, That bell sure is a resounding reminder that I'm home again.
이 종소리는 일정 시기가 되면 반드시 들려오는 소리랍니다. 홍원의 어디에 있던 간에요.
I wonder if the bell is the singularity.
It's the bell that tolls every once in a while. You can hear its resonance from anywhere in Daguanyuan.
제적일이네요.
It's restructuring day.
네? 제적일이라는 건
Huh? But the restructuring day already. She trails off, unable to finish her sentence as a brutal scene unfolds behind us.
보여요?
Oh, are you guys seeing this?
건물들이 제각각으로 움직이고 있어요.
The buildings are all starting to shift. And as Ishmael said, the buildings all tethered to a complicated network of rails, either rising or sinking into the earth.
이 근방에 있는 모든 건물에 움직임이 관측된다.
Damn.
남겨진 것은 없군.
You can never find your way around here.
Movement has been observed from every building in the vicinity. Everything is changing.
어젯밤에 작달막한 소란이 있긴 했으나 이 정도의 규모는 아니었네만.
The localized shifting of structures we had observed yesternight were not as sweeping as this.
밤중에 보셨던 건 제적일의 전조 현상이었을 거예요. 공간의 재분배를 위해 알맞은 위치로 조금 이동했을 뿐일걸요.
Damn. So, no wonder like why maps don't really exist here. I wonder why they do it. What you saw last night must have been a premonition of restructuring day, nudging some buildings to their positions for an overall smoother redistribution of space.
제대로 된 시작은 지금부터일 테죠.
Now this is the real deal.
그게 전조 현상이었다고요?
Huh. That whole mess was not just a premonition.
지금의 홍원보다도 훨씬 전에 H사가 남긴 잔재라고 할까요? 그때부터 지금까지 이어져 내려온 건물이라 정확히 어떤 무엇을 위한 특이점인지는 알 수 없지만.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. So, okay, so it's telling us right away there is a singularity from an old H-Corp that causes this. That it's hidden somewhere where nobody can find. Ooh. I wonder if, damn. I wonder if it's the golden bow. It's remnant of an old H-Corp that was here long before the current Daguanyuan. This structure has been here for a while, so we can't quite know the nature or purpose of its singularity. But at this moment,
지금은 현 H사의 제적일 기준에 맞게 움직이고 있을 뿐이죠.
they shift based on current H-Corp's restructuring standards.
모든 것은 하루아침에 이루어지는 소리.
Old assembly shifts overnight.
최선을 다해서 노력했다면 두려울 것이 없네.
Yet those who toiled and toiled have not to fear.
살만하지 않겠는가? 조금이라도 발붙일 자리가 생겼다는 건.
Is it not joyous to have a place to rest your feet tonight?
만약 그게 아닌 자가 있다면 어쩔 수 있겠나?
To those who weren't availed of fortune, this is simply the reality to bear.
그저 조용히 올라가서 운명을 받아들이는 수밖에.
Only choice is to retreat in silence, to accept your fate as one might.
그 다음 달을 기다리면서 이 몸뚱이 하나 건사할 방법을 궁리해야지.
Await the coming month, ponder how one might save their skin.
오늘은 몇 명이 떨어지고 몇 명이 버텨내려나.
How many shall plummet today, and how many shall remain?
부디 모든 걸 너무 꽉 움켜쥐고 있지 마시게.
Hold on not to all things too tight.
놓아야 할 때를 모르고 또
떠나야 할 때를 모른 척하게 될 테니.
For you may lose sight of when to let go and feign ignorance when you must take flight.
제조립의 말로는 영원한 추락인가.
The consequence of reassembly for the evicted is an endless plummet. Damn! Oof, I can see people falling.
보고만 있기에는 괴로운 광경이구려.
What a terribly distressing sight to behold. Unable to do aught to help.
이것도 H사의 특징인가요?
Is this another one of H-Corp's idiosyncrasies?
다른 둥지에도 부의 척도를 재는 특출난 가치가 존재하지 않던가요?
Huh, I don't know. Didn't know their nests also have their own measures of one's wealth.
T사가 시간을 재화로 썼던 것처럼 말이요.
As T-Corp makes use of time as currency.
맞아요. 이곳 홍어는 그 척도와 재화가 공간의 소유 규모인 방이라는 단위로 결정된답니다.
Exactly. H-Corp's measure of wealth and currency is based on how much space a person owns, measured by a scale they called rooms.
소유한 건물의 면적이 곧 재산의 척도라는 말이구려.
It is. The measure of one's space is the measure of one's wealth.
네. 그래서 한 달에 한 번
Time and
평가된
space.
노동의 가치와 소득의 양에 따라서 각자가 가지고 있는 공간의 면적이 정해집니다.
Exactly. So once every month, the worth of each person's labor and the quantity of their income are measured in the amount of space they're assigned.
잘 살고 있다가 갑자기 내 집에서 밀려난다는 거야?
So they can just kick me out of my home for no reason?
아니 뭔 그땐 해괴망측한 규칙이 다 있나?
What the? Just what kind of ridiculous rule is that?
이곳에서 한 번도 나고 자란 적 없는 저희야 그렇게 느끼겠지만
Well, it might appear that way to outsiders like us, but
오래전부터 존재했던 홍원의 규칙인데다 분배의 방식과 계산도 정교하기 때문에 이곳에 사는 사람들은 모두 자연스럽게 받아들이는 것 같더라고요.
the calculations behind these redistributions are meticulously designed and have been here for a long time. So it seems that everyone just accepts them as a natural part of their lives.
그럼 홍루 씨도 직접 보신 적이 있으세요?
Have you seen this happen in person too, Honglu?
이 제적일이라는 곳이요.
This restructuring day?
보았죠.
I have.
제 방에 있는 난간에서 가끔 바깥의 풍경들을 바라보고 있으면
Sometimes I watch the cityscape from behind the railings of my room.
아주 멀긴 했지만 분명히 보이곤 했어요.
It happened far, far away from me, but I could see it all very well.
His expression remains tranquil and still as he calmly reminisces. It was like then when he was merely watching the featureless scenery passing by.
제가 살았던 대관원은 제적일에 별 관심이 없었어요. 그곳은 방이 늘어날지언정 줄어들 일은 없는 곳이었거든요.
Daguanyuan, my old home, was never too concerned about the restructuring days. We'd get more rooms some days, but we'd never ever shrink.
그래서 저는 바라만 볼 뿐이었죠. 제가 머물던 방에서.
So I've never been affected by these restructuring days. I only ever witnessed them as they happened beneath me, high up in my room.
너는 그래. 너라고 뭐 할 수 있는 일은 없었겠지만.
You're fine. I doubt there was anything you could have done, but
이런 꼴을 보고도 그냥.
you just sat on your hands and watched all this shit.
Heathcliff trailed off. You could see that he was gritting his teeth.
가마한대가 더 도착한다고 합니다.
Another palanquin's coming.
당신들을 태울 가마가 온 것 같네요. 이야기는 그만하고 타러 가시죠.
And there's your ride. I think we chatted enough, so let's get you guys going.
이게 가마예요?
This is a palanquin?
네. 그래도 여럿이서 타도 될 만큼 큰 가마를 보내주셨네요.
Yeah. Looks like they sent us a palanquin large enough to comfortably seat a big crowd of people together.
가복 도련님이야. 비빈 12분 맞소이까.
Young Master Zhao Baoyu and his 1,200 guests, is that correct?
13인데요?
It's 13 to be exact. But I thought Saudi wasn't invited.
잠깐. 이 소인이 듣기로는 분명 보옥도련님의 세력은 단 12명이라고 했는데요.
Whoa, hold your horses. I was told that young Master Baoyu's faction was just 12 people.
Upon hearing that, Saudi began aggressively striding toward him, causing the palanquin bear to shrink in fear. Damn.
무섭게 다가오시는지.
Whoa, slow down, lady.
12 맞는데요?
We are 12 people. What's wrong?
설마 당신 눈에는 이게 멀쩡한 세가의 인원으로 보이시나요?
I mean, don't tell me that this thing looks like a normal contributing member of a clan to you. Damn. What? Saudi suddenly grabbed my shoulders and presented me before the bear like I was some product.
공원에서는 흔한 머리는 아니지만 이건 의체 아닌갑쇼? 시계긴 하지만.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty unique head this one's got there. Don't think I've seen anything like it around here in Daguanyuan. But isn't that just a prosthetic? In the shape of a clock, I guess, but still.
Even he knows.
생각을 좀 해보세요. 당신이라면 아무리 돈 없는 애잔한 인생이라 하더라도 시계를 머리로 붙이시겠어요?
I mean, let me ask you something. Can you imagine why anyone in their right mind would stick a clock where their head's gotta go, even if they were hurting for cash?
에이, 말이 되나요? 공원엔 더 다양한 재주를 부릴 수 있는 생체 시술이 차고 넘치는구먼.
Ah, no way, ma'am. Never. There are way more versatile biomodifications available here in Daguanyuan than wherever that hack shop is. Nobody in their right mind would...
제 말이요. 대체 무슨 사연인지는 몰라도 세상엔 우리가 모르는 참 딱한 처지가 많은 법이죠.
Exactly right. No idea what went down. But this fellow here sure seems to have fallen on hard times. Too bad we live in a world where such misfortune can befall an honest soul like them.
아이고, 이거 사기구만 사기. 이 어떤 뒷골목에서 그랬는지 몰라도 아주 단단히 당했어.
Damn. Yeah, Saudi's persuasion rolls are going through pretty well. Jeez.
Boy, oh boy, looks like this one got scammed. Nasty scam, too. Whatever backstreets they got that from must have been a real scoundrel who did it.
더군다나 시간도 안 맞고 제대로 된 의식도 없어요. 이것 봐요. 입이 없어서 쨍쨍한 소리 내는 것밖에 할 줄 아는 게 없다니까요.
And look, even the clock isn't on time. This poor person is barely conscious. Look, all they can do is make these weird ticking noises because they don't even have a mouth. There's some pretty damn hurtful things to say, but decided not to take them at face value. It's pretty obvious what she was trying to do. Somebody tell Saudi I'm getting dizzy.
아이고, 정말이네. 누가 이런 전인 공로할 짓을?
Good grief, you weren't kidding. Who could have done something so awful?
다행히도 우리 마음씨 고운 보옥 도련님이 다른 둥지에서 시계상이 팔고 있던 걸 차마 눈뜨고 못 보겠다 싶어서 주워온 거예요. 홍원에선 다른 머리로 교체하는 것쯤은 일도 아닐 거잖아요.
It's a real blessing that young Master Baoyu's got such a kind-hearted soul. He simply could not walk past the timepiece emporium selling this human being like they're some toy or a tool. So he picked them up to get their head replaced with something proper. Hongwan's got more than enough resources for something like that, right?
아, 그야 그렇지요. 이 돈만 넉넉히 있다면 전신까지 싹 다 교체하는 건 일도 아니니.
Oh, well, you're not wrong there. Real easy to swap out your whole body as long as you got the cash to burn.
What? A new hat for me?
그렇죠? 그래서 보옥 도련님의 세력원은 저 포함 12인 거예요.
Right, see what I mean? So that's why they told you that young Master Baoyu only has 12 people in his faction, including yours truly.
그래 보입니다. 하지만 저희도 무작정 태워주기엔 곤란.
Well, I see your point, but we can't just...
곤란하시다는 건 우리 도련님도 아주 잘 알고 계시죠. 그래서 이렇게 작은 성이라도
Let all of us board, yes. Our young master fully understands the moral conundrum you find yourself in. So we'd like to offer you this tiny, tiny token of appreciation. Saudi produced some bills from her pocket, smoothly slid them into the palanquin bearer's own.
에헤이, 이러시면 안 되는데.
Oh man, old lady, you really shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't.
그리고 아시죠? 이런저런 이야기가 새어나가면 괜히 일이 복잡해지잖아요.
Oh, and another thing. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but if a word of this gets out, things might get pretty messy for both of us. And that doesn't have to happen, does it?
알다마다요. 보아하니 사정도 딱해 보이고 해서 이번만 그냥 태워드리는 거요.
Indubitably, ma'am. I'm doing this purely out of the goodness of my heart, after all. What's a free ride for the downtrodden, eh?
안 된다는 놈이 왜 돈은 자연스럽게 주머니에 넣고 있는 거냐?
Seems to me like the bloke's doing this purely out of interest in the fatness of his wallet.
자자, 거기서 그만 쑥덕거리고 이제 그만 올라타시죠.
All right, all right. Stop gossiping over there and get on board. Wait, are we leaving Pilot alone here? Without adult supervision? Pilot seemed to have noticed me staring in his direction. He stopped fidgeting with the radio and waved at us.
아, 저는 여기서 처리할 것이 남았습니다. 걱정 마시고 몸속이 다녀오시면 됩니다.
Finally remember what voice I gave him.
Oh, don't you worry about me. And have a safe trip over there. I got some stuff to handle on the outside.
가마보다는 고급 리무진 같구려.
This design is more akin to an extravagant limousine than a palanquin.
이 샴페인 마셔도 되는 거야?
Oh, look, a bottle of champagne! Can I chug this?
무슨 작전 중 음주는
Of course not. Drinking while on a mission is...
자,
Okay! With a quick clap, Sade promptly put an end to the hubbub that unexpectedly flashy appearance of the palanquin caused. Her demeanor had shifted entirely into that of a calm and collected strategist. Far cry from the person who was chatting up a storm with the bearer just a minute ago.
일 얘기하죠. 일 얘기.
Time to get to work, everyone! Oh wow, look at how fancy schmancy it is. Oh, another fight already. Disruption.
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지. 그리고 그 후엔
Then, oh, we're not gonna, I see, we're skipping the plan.
잠깐.
They're not gonna tell us the plan. Wait,
밖이 소란스럽군.
something's going on outside. Not long after Sade paused over Otis's remark, a grating speaker whine rang out, followed by the worried voice of the bearer on the other end.
습격이요.
We're under attack!
평탄하다 했더니 아무래도 여러분을 방해하고 싶은 후보가 여럿 있겠죠?
Yeah, when we're not told the plans, it increases the chances of success with the power of writing. It totally does. Yeah, when a plan is said on screen, it'll never actually succeed. Yeah, however, if they don't explain the plan, then it always does succeed. I thought things were going a little too easy. It's no surprise that other candidates are trying to eliminate us just in case. Why am I not surprised? Oh, that was just a very quick intro for a fight.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
More of these dudes. Let's green it up.
헤어내리.
관찰은 끝났습니다. 방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Oh no, gang.
놀랐어? 대상의 상태가 안 좋은 것 같아. 이걸 잘 이용하면 좋은 결과로 이어질 수 있을 거야.
Goddamn, my mouse. Not cooperating.
먹을 콱 물어버리자.
저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
There we go.
좋은 결정. 승부처럼 좋은 결정.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어.
승부처럼 좋은 결정.
올바른 방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가할 뿐 이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
There we go. That's the part where everybody just falls apart.
이 흐름대로
Well, we killed them all at the same time.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
놀랐어?
저 부표처럼 흔들리는 놈이 제
Alright, let's see.
가서 끝장내죠.
So far, these guys are fairly straightforward. Although I can see if they ever get any type of buff, they could probably steamroll.
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입는 데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투도 이대로만 부탁드리겠습니다.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만. 방금 공격은 좀 투수하네. 다음에 다른 개체 얘기도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로
Here we
남기면
go.
다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Disruption 2. I think this is probably a fight. Is this a fight only node? Yes, it is.
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
Hello,
자, 맞서보죠.
USF, welcome to the stream.
우리들에게
Yeah, no, they're exactly like the Yakuza thugs. They just randomly like think they can win against like these special groups. My God. Yes. Exactly. Doors are Yakuza random encounter coded.
아무튼 놀라운 한 방이네요.
방금 공격. 다음에 다른 개체 얘기도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
먹을 콱 물어버리자.
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투도 이대로만 부탁드리겠습니다.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
제압 개체 하나를 처리했습니다. 남은 개체들도 같은 기세로 처리해보죠.
This team's all pride and gluttony, isn't it?
숨통 끊기.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 좀 두드려 패.
부서지는 홍차입 같군요.
개체가 불리한 조건에 놓여 있습니다. 저희에게 어떤 식으로 활용하면 좋을지 파악하며 임하도록 하죠.
깔끔하게.
The Mao are like Ryoshu is incredible, but Ryoshu has so few bad IDs. I do think Ryoshu's Kanto is gonna be burned, even though we just. What Durante ability are we gonna get? Let's see. Even though Burn just got a big upgrade last season.
먹을 콱 물어버리자고.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
아직 죽지
Might be I think it might have something to do with clashing.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한테 멀겠지만. 효과적이네요. 이 방식을
I think the Durante might be a clash win.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Yeah, we got the bottom layers, yeah. I think it'll be Chesed. Chesed is the most like Honglu. I think it'll be Chesed.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어.
얻을 정보는 없군요.
And Chesed's whole gimmick was about strength and weakness anyway, right? So yeah, I think it might have to do with clash win.
다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Because Ryoshu would be Gabora, right? Like she is Gabora coded. She has been officially Gabora coded by Project Moon. We're going up into the garden here. We're finally getting into the mansion.
대관원 입성이요.
You know what? I think Honglu might be Tiferet, because then Chesed could also fit with Merceau.
Entering Daguanyuan now.
Despite some troubles on the way, seems that we managed to arrive on our destination mostly unhurt. Daguanyuan, Honglu's old home.
시간이 얼마 남지 않았네요.
We're running out of time.
파우스트 씨, 제 작전의 핵심은 이미 이해하셨겠죠?
Faust, I'm sure you understood the most important part of my plan, right?
그리 보기 좋은 광경은 아닐 거라 예상합니다.
It is unlikely to be a pleasant sight to behold. Oh God, oh shit.
그들이 여러분을 죽이려 들어도 당황하지 않고 기다리는 것이 있답니다.
Remember, the plan hinges on your patience, everyone. You have to remain calm and wait, even if they freak out and actively try to kill you. Are we gonna fucking straight up murder some people? Is that the plan? Oh God.
겁을 먹고 차비하라는 명이 떨어질 수도 있겠죠. 하지만 홍원의 가주를 심사하는
Oh, I think. Oh
그
God.
정도는 아닐 거라 생각합니다.
Are we gonna be the baddies here and distort some people on purpose? Is that what we're gonna do? Oh boy, I think that might be it. There is a chance that they might panic and immediately order the sinners to be executed on the spot. However, it is unlikely that the person whose responsibility is to judge the next family hierarch of Hangyuan will make such a hasty response.
그렇죠. 상대의 그릇이 크기만 하다면야.
Exactly. Everything's gonna be fine as long as the decider has the capability for patience. Yeah, I think we're gonna distort some people.
어? 죽여?
On purpose.
뭔 얘기야?
Execution? What?
그럼 다음 연락은 1차전을 무사히 마친 후에 하는 걸로?
Great. follow up with a subsequent contract once you've safely completed the first round of the evaluations. After that cryptic exchange with Faust, Saude leaped gracefully off the moving palanquin as Heathcliff murmured in his half-sleep. He watched her grow smaller and smaller as the distance between us grew. What really caught her eyes was scattered humans that the restructuring day had evicted from their homes. They were trying to drag their broken bodies off the road, sobbing and writhing.
참혹하네요. 저희가 도와드릴 수 있는 건 없겠지만.
She just hopped off.
This is horrible. There isn't anything we can do to help, but...
그런 무력한 감각은 업무 효율에 영향을 끼친다.
Such sense of futility and powerlessness will negatively impact the efficient performance of your professional obligations.
차라리 반복하여 경험에 익숙해짐을 추천하고 싶군.
Repeated exposure to similar stimuli is recommended to desensitize oneself to this sensation.
홍루 씨는 집에
Damn.
돌아가시는 소감이 어때요?
So, Hong Lu, how do you feel about going back home after so long?
Sinclair changed the subject.
글쎄요.
I don't know.
말이라고 하냐? 복잡하겠지.
Don't even need to ask him, Let. No, it can't be easy.
나는 중간에 그냥 다시 돌아갈까 생각만 수백 번 했다고.
As for me, blimey, I hesitated about 1,000 times, wondering if I'd just turn around and leave.
만약에 문을 두들겼는데 그 애가 말을.
Oh god. And nobody's gonna be able to empathize with Heathcliff because nobody fucking remembers.
What if I knocked on those gates? But she...
Heathcliff came to a suffocating stop, his voice trembling lightly as he did so. The other sinners stared at him in confused silence.
뭔데요? 말을 왜 하다가만은...
What is it? Why'd you stop in the middle of it? Oh wow, look at these cool windows! I think we can swap them out with other images! We tried to swerve from the subject again, but all I got was Ishmael's scolding glare that seemed to wordlessly tell me to not the time.
기억나요?
I remember.
각자의 희노애락이 있었던 도시로 향했을 때 여러분들은 모두 버스에서 각자의 풍경을 보고 있었으니까요.
I remember what happened each time one of us returned, the part of the city that held our memories. Memories of happiness, anger, sorrow, and joy.
Oh, everybody's getting another arc. August. I don't know if I said welcome to the stream, by the way. Everybody's getting another arc. At least one more.
And as we traveled, I remember that they were all looking at sceneries only they could see.
로자 씨는 계속 어설프게 농담을 하시려고 했고
Roger, you awkwardly tried your best to crack jokes.
싱클레어 씨는 몇 번의 울음을 삼키려고 하셨죠.
Sinclair, you tried your best to hold back the welling tears again and again.
그리고 이상 씨는 오랫동안 눈을 감으셨어요.
Yi-sang, you shut your eyes for a long, long time.
이스마일 씨는 호수를 내려다보면서 계속 혼잣말을 하셨고
Ishmael, you couldn't stop talking to yourself while glaring down at the lake's surface.
히스클리프 씨는 잔뜩 겁을 먹어서 머리를 수없이 매만지셨어요.
And Heathcliff, I saw you scared and anxious, shaving your hair over and over again.
You've really been watching us closely, huh?
우리가 그랬었나?
Did we?
봄 가버리면 꽃잎 모두 흩어지고 자기만의 문 찾아 제각각 돌아가리.
Spring leaves, petals scatter, and all shall turn around to find the doors to which they belong, and return forevermore.
저는 말이죠. 다들 각자마다 모아둔 꽃잎들이 있다고 생각해요.
I think everyone has a small amount of petals they gathered for themselves.
나 없는데? 그런 걸 왜 모아?
What? I don't. Why would anyone collect something like that?
그러면 아직 버리지 않고 있는 것뿐이죠.
Then you simply haven't discarded them yet. There was still a transparent smile on his face. I think I saw a burying, singing shadow behind. Yeah. Ooh. Huh. Oh. The moment I felt that, a familiar light came into view. What? And I immediately understood what was going on. The golden bow is close, and it's resonating with Honlunga's fathoms. What animation? They watch the flower barely of mine and walk away. Oh, is this? Oh, this is baby Honglu. This was the trailer. This was in the trailer. Who lays me to rest once I die? When spring passes, youth passes, as wrinkles shear it all away. Flowers pass, people pass, and ignorant they remain to where they hie.
배우기는 왜 항상 이해하기 어려운 시만 읊어?
Why do you always recite these strange, complicated poems, Dayu? Wait. Wait, which one is what? Baoyu is Honglu. So where's Dayu? That wasn't Honglu.
늙지 않을 방법 같은 건 널렸지 않았어?
There are plenty of ways to remain young, aren't there?
머리카락이 희게 새지 않아도 봄은 지나가니까.
Oh, this is Dayu. Because we needn't see the snow in our hair to know that spring will pass.
꽃잎들은 왜 네가 손수 치우고 있는 거야?
Why are you cleaning up these fallen petals? Oh God, oh no! Oh, I have a feeling, oh God, I know what's gonna happen. Oh shit. Honglu, you're gonna join the ranks of Ishmael, Heathcliff, even though nobody realizes that. Oh God. And Yisang. Oh no. Oh no, I bet she's gonna die. Oh God.
물에 띄어보내면 되잖아. 손에 흙도 다 묻을 텐데.
This is a very different attitude from the Honglu that we know. Just float them downstream. You'll get dirt on your hands.
아까운 말 하지 마라, 오라버니.
And be so wasteful?
잎들을 다 쓸어버리면 어디 가서 비 오는 소리를 듣게?
How will we hear the sound of falling rain once we sweep all the petals away?
이건 추억이야. 비 오는 날의 추억. 그러니까 버리지 않을 거야.
This is a remembrance. Remembrance of a rainy day. So I'm gonna treasure it.
그리고 흘러내려가 버리게 되면 꽃을 더럽히게 되잖아.
Besides, these beautiful blossoms will get so dirty in the stream if we let them float away.
보욱 오라버니도 부디 품에 있던 잎을 전부 흩어놓지는 마.
So please don't scatter all the petals from your embrace, big bro Baoyu. Honglu, is there anyone you miss here at Daguanyuan? Oh God, she's probably dead, I bet. Oh no.
없네요.
No, there isn't.
어떻게 그럴 수가 있어요? 가족들이랑 여러 소중한 사람들을 남겨두고 왔을 텐데요.
But how's that possible? Isn't your family there? And a bunch of other people are so important to you?
글쎄요. 잘 지내고 있다 믿고 있는다면
Well, as long as I believe them to be doing well.
구태여 그리운 마음을 가질 연유는 없으니까요.
There isn't any need for me to yearn to see them again. Do you still treasure your petals?
아니요. 출가하면서 전부 흩뿌리고 왔답니다.
No. I scattered them all the day I departed my home.
그래서 이젠 비 오는 날에는 아무 소리도 들리지 않아요.
Damn, jeez. So my rainy days are now silent. I see.
보신 거죠? 단테님.
Oh, it's already starting.
You saw that, didn't you, Dante?
제 기억을.
You saw my memory.
I did. Hong Li laughed. He wasn't surprised or angry that I peered into his memories.
홍루 씨의 부모님은 어떤 분이세요? 아니면 그 종종 언급하셨던 할머니라는 분이라던가.
Do you want to tell us about your parents? Or, yeah, you talked about your grandmother pretty often, right? What kind of people are they?
Sinclair added carefully. Maybe he was trying to commiserate, tenuous as that connection might have been. We were headed to his home to meet his family anyway.
두 분 다 이치에 밝으셔요.
They are both very wise in the ways of the world.
할머니는 항상 저를 아껴주셨고요.
Grandmother always treated me preciously.
어머니도 아버지도 저를 아껴주셨죠.
So did my mother and my father.
아, 거의 다 도착했나 봐요.
We're almost there.
정원이 보이네요.
Here it is, the preview image.
I can see the garden.
It's one massive garden.
본가 안으로 들어가려면 아직 조금 남았어요.
We still have some time before we get to the main buildings.
옛날엔 정원에서 사슴이나 토끼들도 뛰놀았거든요.
I remember the days when deer and hares would frolic out here in the garden.
이거 산책하려면 하루 종일도 걸을 수 있겠는데요.
Well, I can see myself taking a long walk around here. It'd take a whole day and then some to cover the entire ground.
주로 저는 제가 살던 방 주위에서만 다녔어요. 여러모로 위험하니까요.
I usually lingered only around my own room. It's dangerous to stray too far, after all.
It's dangerous. Why?
잘못된 길을 걷다가는 예상치 못한 사람도 만날 수 있고 표적이 될 수도 있고요. 밤에는 앞이 보이지 않을 수도 있잖아요.
There's the stranger danger, getting lost, getting targeted. Besides, it's very dark at night.
그냥 마당에서 달리다가 무릎 깨질 수도 있고 나뭇가지 얼굴 좀 긁히고 그러는 거지.
Well, that ain't a very big deal, is it? Kids run around, scrape their faces on the branches, tripping each sight on the pavement all the time.
히스클리프 씨라면 자유롭게 달리셨을 것 같아요. 그래도 항상 조심하는 편이 좋아요.
I'm sure you would have run freely around the garden, Heathcliff. But it's important to always be careful.
제가 5살 때는 나뭇가지에 누가 치명적인 독을 발라놓았어요.
Damn.
When I was 5, someone had lathered deadly poison on a random tree branch.
독을?
Poison?
히스클리프 씨처럼 뛰노는 걸
Oh
좋아하는 동생이
no.
있었는데
I had a little brother who would like to frolic like you do, Heathcliff.
우연인지 딱 그 주위의 나뭇가지에 독이 묻어 있었던 거죠.
But by some coincidence, he happened to be running around the same tree that has its branches lathered with poison.
어떻게 되었는가?
What has transpired thereafter?
괜찮아졌을 거예요.
I'm sure he got better.
스빈이 백밤만 자고 나면 괜찮아질 거라고 했거든요.
Xichun told me he'll be just fine after 100 nights rest.
스빈은 언제나 똑똑했으니까 그렇게 되었을 거예요.
And because Xichun was always so smart, I'm sure it happened exactly as she said.
That's another person we haven't met yet, Xichun. How about you? Let's go. How many nodes are in this first update, by the way?
대화청 입성이요.
Entering Daguanyuan now!
Grand Flower Hall. $19. Wow. It wasn't long before our arrival to a new place with Daguanyuan was made known by the palanquin bearer's sonorous announcement.
뭐가 이렇게 많아? 대화청은 또 뭐야?
Yeah, we'll definitely split into 3 streams. Yep.
More buildings? What's Daguanyuan mean anyway?
쉽게 말하면 연회를 여는 방이라고 할까요?
Grand Flower Hall. So I think you could call it a place for banquets.
그런 용도치곤 여긴 하나의 마을 같은 건.
Huh. So you host banquets in this village-sized venue?
저기 보이는 건 호수인가요?
Is that a lake over there?
아, 그건 연못이랍니다.
Nope, it's a pond.
연못?
A pond? Damn.
도착하면 저랑 시춘이를 환영하는 자리가 마련되어 있을 거예요.
Once we arrive, we will find ourselves a welcoming party for Xichun and me.
아, 로자 씨도 오랜만에 정말 배부르게 드실 수 있겠네요.
Roger, you should be able to stuff yourself to your heart's content this time. It's been a while, hasn't it?
도착하기 전부터 이렇게 설렌 적은 처음인데.
I don't think I've been this excited in a long time!
저건 배인가요? 배를 정박해둔 거예요?
Whoa. Is that a ship over there? You have a ship?
아, 네. 가끔 뱃놀이를 나가기도 했거든요.
Ah, yes. We'd sometimes go out boating.
아, 그리고 연못저 너머에는 시춘이 지내는 건물도 있답니다.
Oh, and Xichun's building is right across that pond.
You each get a building of your own?
네. 그래서 처음 홍원을 떠났을 때 다른 곳에서는 한 건물에 온 가족이 함께 지낸다는 게 신기했답니다.
Yes, we do. So when I first departed from Hangyuan, I found the concept of an entire family living under the same roof so fascinating.
이래서는 가족끼리 얼굴 한번 보기도 힘들겠네만.
Alas, it would be quite the challenge for that family to see one another.
그러기 위해서 따로 쓰는 걸요?
And that's exactly why we each get a building.
Damn.
이거 대화가 제대로 이어지는 거 맞아요?
Are we even talking about the same thing here?
이럴 거면 베케이션을 처음부터 홍로군의 집으로 잡아주지 그리하였어.
Like for Bo! We could merely have enjoyed our vacations at young Honglu's residence all along!
그건 곤란해요, 동생 씨. 출가할 때 할머니와 어르신들께서 꼭 당부하시던 말이 있었거든요.
There's another Dawism right there.
That wouldn't have worked on Quixote. When I left home, grandmother and the eldest really impressed upon me that
때가 되면 자연스럽게 발걸음은 돌아올 것이니 그 전까지는 많은 것을 그저 보고 있으라고.
the footsteps shall eventually bring you home when the time is right. Thus, witness and only witness as much of the world as you may before you make a return.
언제 오려나 했는데 시간이 속절없이 흘러 정말 와버렸네요.
I was wondering when that would be, but time really slipped through our fingers, and just like that it brought me here. Most sinners did not welcome their turn. Some were even terrified of it. Sometimes they had to confront what they'd been avoiding all their lives. Yup. And for some, important things that were once forgotten or lost were waiting for their return. But their reluctance is really not surprising at all. I don't think I'd welcome an opportunity to get my memories back with open arms if it was thrust upon me out of nowhere, especially if I was getting dragged there against my will. Despite the fact that it couldn't be more obvious that his turn had arrived, Hong Lu was as tranquil as he always was. He's always been able to remain aloof no matter what happens. Maybe it won't be different this time either. But even so, can I judge that so hastily?
가시 오프라님 행차시오.
Young Master Bao Yu of the Zhao family has returned!
Again with the palanquin bearer's deep, full-throated pronouncement of her arrival, the door
자,
opened.
필요하실 텐데 어서 들어오세요.
Here we are. You all must be so tired. Come in, come in. Leaving behind the sinners who are still reeling from the astronomical level of opulence on display, Hong Lu bounced lightly off the palanquin and moseyed into the building.
그거 참
Quite the
설렘도 떨림도 없는 차분한 걸음걸이구려.
light-footed steps he takes, unhindered by excitement nor trepidation.
그러게요.
Right?
좋은 집에만 살아서 뭐 무서울 것도 어색할 것도 없다. 이거 아니겠냐?
Rich boy's got none to fear because he's used to this kind of pushness. That's all this is.
그래도 홍루군의 마음 한구석에는 가족들에 대한 그리움이 남아있을 것 같지 않은가?
Verily, this may be a subtle expression of that teensy part of him that longeth to see his family again. Once we all left the palanquin,
모든 것이 상당히 넓고 거대하구려.
I found myself best beset by overwhelming vastitudes and objects of great magnitude.
하인들도 대체 몇 명이래요?
just how many servants do they have?
아, 술시가 되면 할머니가 방문하신다네요.
Grandmother will visit us once shoe hour arrives.
연애는 그때 시작될 것 같아요.
The banquet will start then, I think. Shoe hour?
술시는 19시부터 21시 사이를 의미합니다. 동부의 특정 지역에서 간혹 사용되는
That's-
시간 체계죠.
Yeah, in ancient China, 1 hour was 2 hours. Yeah. The shoe hour refers to the time between 19 and 21 o'clock. There's a unique time system used in certain regions of the East.
추가로
In addition,
홍루 씨의 조모인 가모는 이 대관원의 가주입니다. 홍원의 수장이라고 이해하셔도 틀리지 않습니다.
it would be best to remember that Honglu's grandmother, Jia Mu, is the hierarch of Daguanyuan. It would not be an incorrect assessment to see her as the ruler of Hongluan.
친인척인 날개의 대표.
Your relative is the head of a wing, I see.
네, 이제 곧 다음 후계자에게 가주를 넘겨주실 테지만요.
Yes, though she'll be handing that over to the next heir pretty soon.
이제 와서 가주의 자리를 넘기려는 이유가 뭐지?
Why now? What does she seek to achieve by abdicating at this precise time? Alice, as she probably saw an ulterior motive behind every move, inquired.
언제나 때가 올 거라고 하시긴 했어요. 당신께선 너무 오랫동안 맡으셨다며 말이죠.
She's been saying that her time would eventually come, that she's carried the responsibility for too long.
갑자기 나타나서 가주 대전에 참가한다고 하면 깜짝 놀라시겠어요.
I bet she'd be pretty shocked to hear that you'll be taking part in the family hierarch war.
글쎄요. 어쩌면 담담하실지도 모르겠어요.
I don't know about that. Maybe she'll take it well.
구태여 나갈 이유는 없지만 나가지 않을 이유도 없었으니까요.
There's never been a reason for me to bother participating, but there wasn't a reason for me not to either.
저쪽에 시추님과 웨이님이 앉아 계세요. 다행히 무사히 도착하신 모양인데요.
Huh? Hey, there's Xichun and Wei over there. Looks like they both arrived safely.
Josh Xichun, who arrived before us, shot us the briefest glance, before looking away with exaggerated disinterest.
방금 시추님이 저희를 보자마자 고개를 획 꺾으셨...
Xichun just turned her back on us!
그 잠깐 사이에 되게 서먹해졌네요.
Well, this didn't take long for things to become super awkward.
오, 우리도 시춘군의 옆에 가서 앉는 것이 어떤가?
We must capture this opportunity to seat ourselves next to, adjacent to young Xichun! Oh, wow. Wow!
됐어. 우린 이제 저기로 못 가.
Nice.
Too late. We are forever banned from ever getting anyone near her.
어째서 온 말인가?
Yet we're for!
저희는 이제 가시춘 씨의 세력이 아닙니다.
We are no longer Josh Xichun's faction.
적으로 취급받는 것이 당연할 테죠.
Her hostility is to be expected.
분위기가 바뀌었다.
Things have changed.
이쪽과 저쪽, 우리와 우리가 아닌 것.
Us versus them. In-group versus out-group.
전장은 언제나 모략과 배신이 도사리는 곳이지.
Deception and treachery are natural parts of war.
오늘의 아군은 내일의 적이 되기도 하고.
Any ally of today may as well become an enemy tomorrow.
친구가 없다는 말을 이렇게 또 돌려서 하고.
And that's a funny way to say I don't have any friends.
방금 뭐...
What are you just...
아, 부모님이 저기 계시네요.
Huh, they're my parents.
갑자기 바로 간다고? 야씨, 이름도 모르는데.
Hold on. We're just walking right up to him. Blimey, at least tell us the names.
아, 아버지 조남은 가시정. 그리고 어머니는 대관원에서 왕부인이라고 불리신답니다.
Huh, father's name is Sheng of the Jia family. And in Daguanyuan, they call my mother Lady Wang.
출가 이후 처음으로 인사 올립니다.
Oh, there's the dad.
I greet you for the first time since my departure.
가시보 지금 귀가했습니다.
Bao Yu of the Jia family has returned home.
벌써 왔느냐?
You're early.
보가 이게 몇 년 만이니?
Bao Yu, dear Bao Yu, it has been too many years.
오랜만에 얼굴을 보니 정말이지 반갑기가 그지 없구나.
To see you again after so long, it is so good to see your face.
어떤 말부터 해야 할지.
Oh, I don't know what I should even say.
The father, Jia Sheng's eyes dart nervously between us and Hong Liu. Meanwhile, his mother gingerly brings him in for a careful embrace, as though she was in the presence of something so utterly deeply moving. It was more than the pure joy of reunion. So they're Hong Liu's parents.
극진히 환영해 주시니 감사해요.
Thank you so much for your hospitality. You have certainly spared no expenses.
그런데 같이 온 분들은 누구니?
That was a flash forward, Holomirage.
So, who are those people you've come here with?
대단한 숫자는 아니지만 밖에서 사귄 제 친구들이랍니다.
Well, there aren't too many of them. These are my friends I made out in the world.
부하라고 소개하던 누구보단 낫네요. 그죠?
Hey, at least he's not introducing us like as his lackeys, like a Satan someone I know.
야, 그건
Oi, that's
Honglu's mother slowly turns around to look at us. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but somehow it almost felt like she was looking down at each of us, one by one.
반가워요. 우리 보기가 어릴 때부터 참 고집이 많았던 아이여서 어쩌면 같이 다니기에 조금 고생스러웠을 텐데 개의치 않고 부디 잘 보살펴.
I am so glad to meet you all. Baoyu's always been such a stubborn child. I'm sure he was quite the handful to accompany you on your journeys. I hope you can still embrace him despite every...
Really, a handful?
고집이요? 홍루 씨가요?
Stubborn? Honglu? What is going on? Why are they so nervous? Whatever it was she said, they didn't seem all too happy to hear that.
보가,
Dear Baoyu,
왜 친구분들이 너를 그런 이름으로 부르게 두는 거니?
Oh.
선인들께서 점지해주신 너의 고귀한 이름을 두고
why do you allow your friends to call you by that name? One of your noble blessed name, bestowed upon you by the revered Shanren, our elders.
뭐야? 왜 갑자기?
What? What's going on with that?
Honglu reached out, gently yet indifferently, held his mother's violently trembling hands.
당연하잖아요, 어머니.
Of course I would, Mother,
그 고귀한 이름이니까요.
because the name is too noble indeed.
그렇지. 아무나 입에 담을 만큼 가벼운 이름이 결코 아니니.
Oh, yes. It is not a name that any rabble should need so heedlessly speak.
아무렴. 그렇고 말고.
Of course, of course.
이쪽도 원래 이름이란 게 있었어?
Oh, do you also have an old name and a new name?
그거 있잖아. 피사에서 홍루 보고 보옥도련님이라고 불렀었던 거 기억 안 나?
Well, don't you remember? Back in P-Corp, we called Honglu Young Master Baoyu.
지난번 홍원에서 결투할 때도 가시 가문의 보옥이라고 이름을 밝혔었죠. 사정이 있어서 다른 이름을 쓰는구나 했지만요.
Also, remember how he announced himself before that duel on the day we arrived at H-Corp? He introduced himself as Baoyu of the Jia family. I thought it was a pseudonym back then, though, given the circumstances. Yeah, there's... What is going on here?
뭐
The parents still
우리랑
seem so
다르게
nervous.
고귀하신 이름이다 이거냐? 부르면 닳기라도 하나.
Well, it ain't like us calling a real name's gonna cheapen its nobility or whatever.
고작 이름인데 부른다고 닳진 않아요. 아, 하지만 닳는다고 믿으시는 분들도 계셨던 것 같네요.
It's just a name, so you can say it as many times as you want and it won't depreciate in whatever value it has. Oh, but some people do actually believe that it does, I suppose.
그 이름을 여기저기서 쓰고 다니지 않은 건 잘했구나.
It was wise of you to refrain from using that name.
그래. 네 소중한 이름이 저자에 널리 퍼지면 너를 암습할 자가 얼마나 많겠니. 당장 이곳에서도.
Right. To let your precious name be known among the plebeian populace as to encourage knives in the dark to strike. Even here too.
모친의 말씀대로 홍루 씨의 본명은 H사에 한 번이라도 연이 닿은 자라면 충분히 홍원의 일원이라는 걸 알아차릴 수 있는 지명도를 갖고 있죠.
It is as your mother says, for your true name to be made known,
Any individual with a passing connection to Escort would have easily connected you to Daguanyuan.
대부분의 이름에는 그 근원이 담겨져 있다고 하오.
It is said that most names are repositories of their keeper's origins.
가령 동부에서는 부모가 자식에게 이름을 지을 때 어떻게 세상에 쓰일 것인지를 담아 짓곤 하지.
In the eastern region of the city, when the parents name their children, they imbue them with meaning. It carries their wish for their children's place and use in the world.
내 놈, 이름의 뜻이 뭐지?
Oh, first for Yoshi line. You. What's your name mean?
제 이름은 부모님뿐만 아니라 많은 분의 소망을 담아서 만들어졌죠.
My name is a culmination of wishes. Not only those of my parents, but of those of many more.
태어날 때부터 옥을 가지고 태어났다는 뜻이랍니다.
It means that I was born with the precious jade. That's his eye, I bet.
바보.
Jabo you.
끔찍하군. 홍루가 낫겠어.
Awful. Honglu's better.
At least try to whisper!
나도 부르던 대로 부를란다. 혹시라도 보욱 도련님 뭐 이딴 이름으로 불러대야 한다면 차라리 길잡이 그 작자한테 몇 대 후려 맞는 게 나을 테니까.
I'll call the rich boy whoever I want to. If I'm ever forced to call him Young Master Bao Yu or whatever, some servile shite like that, I'd rather take a punch or two from the guard.
Damn. I could feel the horrified gaze of the servant staring at us.
네, 계속 홍루라고 불러주셔도 괜찮답니다.
I don't mind. So please continue to call me Honglu if you want.
귀빈들께선 자리에 앉아주시길 청하옵니다. 곧 음식을 내올 것이니.
Please seat yourselves, honored guests. The food will be served soon.
야, 이게 다 뭐냐?
Oi! What's all this then?
이거 진짜 먹으라고 주는 거 맞아요?
Did they actually expect us to eat all this? I don't think I've ever been intimidated by food before. There was quite literally a mountain of dishes on the table. I was starting to wonder if the purpose of these dishes was more to flaunt their wealth than to feed us a reasonable amount of food. Damn. I don't think Dante even does eat, right?
이거 말이야. 리필 되는 거지?
What a feast! I could ask for refills, right?
네.
Yes.
Anyway, what's up with those empty seats over there? Are we still killing time for some guests to arrive?
그건 아닐 것 같아요. 이곳에 참석하는 걸 원하지 않은 이 대관원 어딘가에 있는 제 형 누나들의 자리겠죠.
I don't think so. They're probably seats for my older siblings somewhere in Daguanyuan. They probably just didn't want to attend.
오늘은 저를 환영하기 위해 만들어진 자리니까요. 있어봤자 시간 낭비라고 생각하는 걸 거예요.
This is a banquet to welcome me, after all. I'm sure they believe it's a waste of time to attend.
거참 얼마나 부지런하게 사는 사람들이길래.
Man, they better be on some real busy schedule to miss this.
가목께서 당도하셨나이다.
Jamu, venerated be your presence, graces us.
아버께서 당도하셨나이다.
Jamu, venerated be your presence, graces us! With the announcement, utter silence quickly devoured the busy hubbub of the banquet. Those who were sitting quickly rose to their feet and bowed, while those who were standing knelt down on all fours, their backs bent so low their foreheads were nearly touching the floor. Ah, there they are.
and the woman walking out from between them, the crowd itself parting down from the middle with her sheer presence.
아, 할머니가 오셨네요.
Oh, there's grandmother. It's Honglu's grandmother, the family hierarch of H-Corp, and its chief executive director. Jamu's presence was at once warm, gentle, yet immense and overwhelming, like a personification of an insurmountable mountain.
가모님을 뵙습니다.
We are graced by your presence, Venerable Jamu.
가모님을 뵙습니다.
We are graced by your presence, Venerable Jamu.
뭐야? 우리도 숙여야 해? 고개?
What? Should we bow too?
이미 접시에 고개를 파묻고 있으니까 괜찮지 않을까?
I don't think you could bow any lower with your face halfway in the bowl, so you should be fine. Probably.
이 옆에 흑수처럼 보이는 사람들도 있어요.
She's surrounded by Heishou too, I think.
Guys, everything's gonna be fine as long as we don't do anything stupid. As everyone was bowing, oh God, Dante, you had to say that. You had to trip the flag, didn't you? As everyone was bowing before Jamu, awed and humbled. Only Honglu looked straight at Jamu without bowing. Then he got up from his seat and walked toward her.
할머니, 오랜만에 인사드려요.
It has been a while, grandmother.
보옥도련님, 가까이 올라오시죠.
Please send young Master Bao Yu. It seemed that a special permission was even needed to stand next to her, as Honglu was allowed to approach her only after the servant gave him the go-ahead.
보가
Little Bao Yu.
얼마나 고단하고 여의치 않은 여정이었느냐.
You must have walked and toiled tirelessly on your journey home.
그렇지 않아요, 할머니. 함께했던 분들이 모두 친절히 대해주신 덕에 새로운 걸 많이 배울 수 있었는걸요?
Not at all, grandmother. I was able to learn so many new things, thanks to everyone who treated me so nicely.
배움을 통달하고자 했다면 어떤 학문이든 다 빼어난 선생을 모셔 글방에 앉혀놓을 수도 있었겠지만
Is it gonna repeat the whole thing? Had you sought to master the art of learning, no master, regardless of pursuit, would have been out of our reach. You could have learned much of the halls of erudition from them.
글방에 앉아 아무리 학문에 능통해졌다 하더라도 그저 그뿐일 뿐.
Yeah, no, because we didn't see this part yet. Yet the world taught from sheets of paper are simply that, words on paper.
우리는 고기 네가 세상 물정에 능통해지고 세월을 허투루 보내지 않길 바라였다.
We wish that of you, dear Bao Yu, would learn more of the secular world. Do not let flow betwixt your fingers the time that is given to you.
네, 알아요, 할머니. 과분한 기회였다는걸요.
I know this opportunity was more than what I deserved, grandmother.
그래도 가주자리를 내려놓기 전에 이렇게 잊지 않고 들려줘서 고맙구나.
I appreciate your return all the same. That you have deigned to return before me ere my abdication of this great responsibility.
아무래도 홍루건이 림버스 컴퍼니에 합류한 것은 일종의 그란 트리스머였던 모양이군.
Verily, it appeared that young Honglu signed unto Limbus Company as a Gran Turismo short.
그란 트리스머? 그게 뭔데?
Gran Turismo? What's that?
너희 둘 다 주둥이에 집어넣은 것 좀 삼키고 말할 수는 없나?
Gran Turismo 5? Ah, jeez. What is that about racing? Can the two of you stop babbling with your mouths full?
유명한 집안의 도련님들은 본격적인 대외 활동에 나서기 전에 집안에서 여행을 보내기도 한다네.
Young masters of families must eminent are off set out to the world on a grand tour. This coin was to practice Gran Turismo, if thou wilt, for there to commence their public activities.
책으로는 배울 수 없는 다양한 경험을 얻고 바깥의 문물에 익숙해지기 위함이다.
I see.
The purpose is to learn the various experiences that cannot be gained from books, to grow familiar with the world outside.
저기 있는 시춘이와는 이미 한 번 인사를 나누었다지.
I hear that you have met with Xichun in the world not long ago.
그럼요.
I have.
총명한 아이야. 가조 심사 또한 허튼 마음으로 나가는 것이 아닐 테다.
A bright child she is, well prepared to take on the challenges of family hierarch evaluations, I presume.
맞아요. 시춘이라면 영민하게 잘 해내겠죠.
I agree. I'm sure Xichun will wisely overcome the trials.
그래.
Indeed.
어르신들께는 인사를 드렸느냐?
Have you paid visit to the revered elders then?
곧 방문드리려고요.
I will soon.
왕부인도 이곳으로 올라오거라.
Lady Wang, ascend here as well.
송구합니다, 가문님.
With your mercy, Jamu, of course.
Honglu's mother hurried up to where Jamu stood.
하나뿐인 아들이 출가하여 강호를 떠돌고 있으니 마음이 편치 않을 것이다.
It must cause your heart great distress to have your one and only son depart his home, to wander the world beyond the hedges.
아닙니다, 가문님.
Of course not, Jamu.
저는 우리 보기가
Oh, I am simply so glad that my son Baoyu
이렇게 제 몫을 하는 사내가 되어 무탈한 모습으로 돌아오니 그것만으로도 더 이상 바랄 게 없습니다.
has returned as a man who can no more than carry his own weight, and unharmed too.
그러니 보가
Thus, dear Baoyu,
재촉할 생각은 없지만 다음 출가 날짜는 언제니?
I don't mean to rush, but when are you planning to depart again?
아직 정해진 건 없어요, 어머니.
Nothing has been decided yet, Mother.
그렇구나.
And here we go.
나는 그저 이곳에 계속 머물러 있다가는 네 소임을 다하지 못하고 저물까봐 염려스럽단다.
I see. I am simply concerned that were your stay here to be prolonged, perhaps you might fade before your duties are completed.
어서 소임을 다하고 돌아와야 가모님께서 맺어주신 그 약조도 지키지 않겠니?
What is this agreement? What is going on?
Complete your duties and return soon, so that the agreement Jamu has so graciously made for us is fulfilled.
그래.
Indeed.
잃지도 말고 잊지도 말거라.
Lose not, forget not.
너는 우리 가문의 하나뿐인 옥이니
You are our family's one and only jade.
우리의 둘도 없는 진귀한 보물. 이 속세에 남아있지 말고 때가 되면 다시 떠나 그 가치를 다하거라.
I wonder what's going on. It's gotta be something to do with his eye. It's gotta be something to do with his eye. Dear Baoyu, our peerless treasure, tarry not over long in this mundane world. Leave when the time is right and fulfill your worth.
그럴게요, 할머니, 어머니.
Okay, grandmother. Mother.
Oh, there we go. We're all caught up. Whew. And I know it's there's 19, but yeah, it'll probably be 3 parts. For part 1, we will continue this tomorrow. Woo! Xue Baochai, I assume that's a person that we're gonna meet. A very interesting beginning. I am just I'm really excited for all the foreshadowing, to find out what exactly is going on here. It's a tall, tall building here that we are exploring all of. Wow, this goes... Ooh, oh, we're gonna go down, aren't we? We're gonna go down. Oh, look at this. Look at this underpillar right here. We're gonna go down. Ooh. All right, you guys. Until next time, I will say so long, farewell, up we to saying good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.